Welcome back, everyone, to River and Sea, where I have made it back to Talan Haldir, where I'm going to find out what is the next step of our operation.
The Golden Host is at last ready to cross the River Anduin.
It has taken a great while, Pinesea, but at last the preparations are complete. The Maladrim, the Golden Host of Lothlorien, are now ready to cross the River Anduin and assail the forces of Dol Guldur. I don't know yet the specifics of the plan, friend, but it seems that the Golden Host is to have two objectives: to bring battle to the enemy in Dol Guldur at a time of our choosing, before he can attack the woods of Lothlorien in force, and to exchange Mazog, the prisoner of the Iron Garrison, for the captives in the dungeons of Dol Guldur. Your aid has been requested for both of these aims. Go now to Imlan Lalath on the shores of the Anduin and speak to Brygline there. He will recount to you the details of each plan. Alright. There we go. Through Moria, the hunters and the wardens had the advantage of having a nice, convenient location in which to return to. But now that we are here in Lothlorien and getting ready to go into Mirkwood, for once, I have the convenient port because I have to sail to Lothlorien Skill, which will get us right where we need to go. Technically, this is where I'll be needing to go in a moment, because right now I need to speak to Brygline, who is in that gazebo just up ahead. And there is the Anduin, a nice large river. And in fact, if you go up shore long enough, you'll eventually run into the areas near where I lived. Well, let's now speak with Brygline.
I had begun to wonder if you would not wish to be part of the first crossing.
See you the river Anduin? Its currents are strong, though this be a calm enough place to cross. And once we land on the far shore, we will need to be ready for anything. The landing may be uneventful, but then it may be tumultuous indeed. It will be up to Friggarm on the other side of the Anduin to ensure that all goes smoothly as it may. Once we are secure in the beaches, I will arrange for a second crossing to bring the company that will escort our prisoner to Dol Guldur. If you are ready to travel upon the first boats, speak with Kalingoth down in the docks if you are ready. Alright, let's go and speak to Kalingoth. And I have arrived in Mirkwood. Not exactly what I call a nice hospitable location, but it'll have to do. Now, let's see if I can find someone who wishes... up on the... it's going to say hill, ridge, little rising. Hello there.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Pinesea, there is a pair of orc fortifications defending the banks of the Anduin. One, which they call Durbur's Stage, lies immediately to our north. The other, Falag, a bit further to the south. One of our first objectives is to eliminate these two fortifications so that our landing can continue unimpeded. We need you to bolster our forces attacking the encampments, particularly the assaults upon the gates. You must choose one of them to assault. You can't be in two places at once. And take its gate and hold it for as long as you can. We will send reinforcements there as soon as we are able. Alright, well, I am surprised that for once there is a quest that doesn't require us to be at two places at once. Here we go, leaderless, they fall.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
The battle is well underway now, Pinesea, but time is not on our side, and we must hasten the defeat of our foe by any means. The orcs and goblins here in Mirkwood are driven by Uruk-or leaders who drive them into battle. Without these strong leaders to threaten and lead them into battle, the rest will fall in disarray and fear of our strength. Take the battle to any of the Uruks to whom you should encounter. Each of them should defeat shall be a means of swifter victory to all. Alright, defeat two war leaders. and out of supply.
Will you lend me your ear?
The battle goes well so far, but the orcs of the nearby fortress are proving tenacious. It seems they have also laid in supplies for a prolonged siege, should it come to that. But we can't afford to be tied down here for so long, or the might of Dol Guldur shall push us back into the Anduin. We bid that you fight your way into those camps and destroy their supplies. This will both weaken their defenses and ensure that none of them are able to retreat with valuable stores back into the Dark Tower. Please, when you have completed this task, return to me for further instructions. Okay, fine. Destroy supply stuff. Okie dokie. Now, usually I go to the one to the north, but I think this time I'm going to go to the one to the south, simply because I'm not too sure I've ever done the one to the south. Especially not in any of the playthroughs that I recall doing on YouTube or anything like that. So we will go to the south and try the one at Falag. But first,
will you lend me your ear?
I need to collect some bandages. Bridging the gap.
Mind my words, traveler.
A fine day for a battle, do you not agree? In any case, Fragrant has tasked me with ensuring that we are not taken unawares from the south. There is a small river there with a few bridges leading to orc encampments on the far side. We cannot spare our forces to assault those fortifications, so we are going to take the bridges instead and prevent them from crossing it. Okie dokie, I'll scout the bridges, and also
Stay a moment.
I have a little challenge for you. Do you see all those orc fortifications out there? They communicate with each other through trained runners, goblins usually, to carry messengers from one to another. Defeat those messengers. Gotcha. Alright. Alright, will do. Now, let us start searching and see if we can find any supply crates. Or any bandages in the supply crates, right? One. Alright, here's some bandages. This is 2 bandages. Good. Let's see what we got here. Military supplies. Now, I would think that bandages to treat the wounded in a war would be considered military supplies of a sort, but apparently whoever does the filing system here doesn't consider that to be the case. Alright, let's continue. Okay, anything in here? I don't know what are the military supplies that are in these things. I mean, rations would be one possibility. And then, of course, you have, of course, weapons, but these boxes seem to be a little small for many weapons. I mean, you know, what daggers are they going to have in there? Or I don't know, I think the elves use arrows that are longer than the width of those boxes, so that's certainly not going to be usable for that score. So, what do we have here? See, so weapons, I can't think of too many, because obviously not large weapons if that's the case. Alright, there we are. We've got the bandages, so we could answer that bit at least. So now, let us go and treat some of the wounded. Alright, we can start with
How
this.
can I be of service?
Oh, sorry about that. I'm trying to work with this person. Here you go. Good. Hello? You need any help? Thank you. You're welcome. Alright, how about you? Ah, you have my things. Good. How about this one? And then finally, this one. This soldier is having serious trouble breathing and cannot speak. You realize that his left side of his chest has been nearly crushed by a massive blow. You bandage some of the lesser wounds in an effort to comfort him, but he is clearly dying beyond aid. Alas.
What can I do for you?
Your care for the soldiers is timely and much appreciated. With some rest and healing, most of them should be able to return to Lothlorien to recover in a few days. Those who cannot, we shall be reunited with them in the ages to come in the furthest west. Completed Expedition of the Fallen, and was it New Deed Mirkwood Landing, of course.
Will you lend me your ear?
A handful of our soldiers have gone missing. Yes, okay, yes, alright, fine. Find the desperate soldier, the exhausted soldier, and the wounded soldier. Okay, got it. Now, let's go to Fallout up in the south, because I said that I was going to do that direction this time around. It appears we also have a few warg riders between us and Fallout. New deed! Head count. So what do? I think head count is 50 to be killed. No, it's 100! Fortunately. Really? Well. Oh, you don't seem blinded? Then I'll put an impending stun on you. How about that? Meh. Well, you have to stay out of combat. Oh, okay. There is Fallout right over there. Let that expire because the stun only happens if you're in combat. Okay, we have the soldiers right over there getting ready to join in. I'm just so used to seeing Fallout without all the barricade here, since this is where you go after the one of the places you go to in the post-expedition section. There you go. Oh, how about... Well, I have to make sure I just don't go in here too far, because I don't want to be... Ooh! Threw a frisbee in his face. There you go. And just hold this for 2 more minutes. Hey! He completely ignored me! I'm just trying to see if I could get him to come to me, because I figure that they're doing everything to make it impossible for me to do this mission properly. Because they just ignore me. If I leave, I think I prefer the other version. There you go. I think I just within range to... Oh, come on! Oh. There you go. Good grief. Oh, because I tagged him. I just don't know what kind of range they've got, and I have so few range skills. No. There you go. I got his attention at least. Okay, let's move here so that the goblin has to come to me. Now I can do this. Alright, there you go. Oh, that was timed so that even attracted the attention of the other orc. Oh, come on. You're gonna have to come to me! Thank you! They're just more prone to hold back than the ones at the other gate. No wonder I always go to the other gate. They do make it difficult for you to attract the attention of the goblins. There we go. Oh, stop it! Okay, I've held the gate. Good! I don't have to worry about whether or not I'm in the proper square inch or something. I did say I wasn't exactly familiar with this particular version of the quest. I'm so used to going north. Alright, there we go. But they do have their own set of crates here. Good. Now, next crate. And that's 2 crates. Okay, up here then. I am not shutting yourself. Okay. I hope I don't have to deal with the Nazgul. They're a real pain, aren't they? Okay, that's 4 of them. Oops. Work. I'm not exactly sure which of these has the... the war leaders at, because I'm sure they're around here. Is that one of the war leaders right there? Yeah, that's one. Alright, that's one of the war leaders. And I assume that the other one is up the stairs. And that would be logical. Not that orcs are always logical. Really? Fine. Fine, I'll kill you then. That's what you get for bugging me. That's today's lesson. Don't bug the pine leaf. Okay, that is number 7. Well, I'll still go up the stairs because I think that is where I'll find the war leader. War leader number 2. So let us go test that hypothesis. Up. What is in this chest? This is just a regular chest, right? Okay. Up, up. And yep, that's number 2 right over here. Good. Well, I'm done with that bit. But now that means I could actually check out the bridges, which is something that I normally have to go out of my way to do, but I should be reasonably close to it this time around. That's one advantage of this direction. Rude! Really? Fine. Let's drink to that. And now the bridge. Now this is the first bridge. See, nice and convenient to the bridge. So it makes this part of the... Really? Alright. This bridge has already been destroyed. Well, at least we're not going to have to worry about a crossing coming from that end at the moment. Well, actually, I guess it depends on how good of swimmers they are. Fine. Now. You know, I don't know why I was so worried about the impending stun thing earlier when that was put on by one of those things, because of course, if I just make sure that I'm reasonably centered when the stun expires, it's not gonna happen. Forget about Mariner traits. Use them to your advantage. There you go. Good. There is the second bridge right up there. I guess we might as well work on our head count. Not too sure what he was doing, but boom! Oh, don't advertise your presence when I'm around, that's for sure. Okay, so now let's capture the eastern bridge, but the eastern bridge has already been destroyed. Oh well. I guess we go back to camp. I have returned.
What can I do for you?
I held the gates. Well fought! Now that the enemy is pinned within these fortifications, we can work on destroying them all together. Alright, good. And then I managed to take care of their leaders.
May go Vanen.
Yes, it may go well, that's for sure. And then
What can I do for you?
the supplies have been destroyed. Well done. Without those supplies, the arrows and provisions, these orcs will not be able to hold out much longer. We can only hope.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
We must ensure that the commanders in Dol Guldur cannot get reinforcements into the Merkeaves during the assault upon the fortress. Any large number of troops would have to come through the Gostanen, the gate upon the road that leads to the east. The orcs still control it for now, but I am certain they will soon capture it as well. For the moment, I need to see that the gate is made useless to them. Try to jam the mechanism. Alright, I'll jam the mechanism of the gate, and
Will you lend me your ear?
where your jamming mechanisms also destroy their catapults and ballistae from the fortress near the gate, okay?
Mind my words, traveler.
And oh yes, deal with those riders, they're rather annoying. Yeah, I agree with that, that's for sure. Those riders are annoying. Now, what do you have here?
What do you need?
The bridges are already down by the time you arrived? Typical orc cowardice. They cut them at the first sign of danger and saved us the trouble of even worrying about them for the moment. Alright. There we go. Now, I guess towards the mechanism. Which is what we'll do in the next episode of River and Sea.